Have you ever stopped to think that something as simple as getting up to use the bathroom at night could actually be dangerous? Most people don't pay much attention to their nighttime routines, but as we age, even small habits can carry serious health risks. The truth is, after the age of 70, certain nighttime behaviors can quietly increase the risk of falls, heart strain, and other medical emergencies, often with devastating consequences. And the worst part? These dangers usually go unnoticed until something goes wrong. In this video, we'll explore 5 nighttime habits that seniors should avoid. At first glance, these habits may seem harmless, but each one can quietly put extra stress on your body at the very time when it's most vulnerable. During sleep. Fortunately, by making a few small changes, you can reduce your risk, sleep more safely, and protect your long-term health. Stick with me until the end, because the final habit we'll talk about is something many people do without realizing how dangerous it can be. Let's get started. Habit number 1. Getting up too quickly from bed. It might seem harmless, but standing up too fast after lying down, especially in the middle of the night, can be dangerous, even life-threatening for older adults. As we age, the body becomes less efficient at regulating blood pressure. This can lead to a condition called orthostatic hypotension, a sudden drop in blood pressure when you go from lying down to standing up. The result? Dizziness, blurry vision, loss of balance, and in many cases, sudden falls. For seniors, a fall at night can lead to broken bones, head injuries, or long hospital stays, and these injuries can drastically impact independence. What's especially concerning is that the symptoms don't always appear right away. Some people feel fine for a few seconds, only to suddenly black out or stumble as they take their first step. Take Sam, for example. At 75, he was used to getting up at night to use the bathroom. But one evening, he sat up and immediately stood without thinking. Within seconds, his vision blurred and he fainted, hitting his head on the nightstand as he collapsed. He regained consciousness a few minutes later, disoriented and bleeding. Doctors later told him he had experienced a sudden blood pressure drop. Thankfully, he recovered, but he learned an important lesson. Here's how to stay safe. When you wake up, don't rush. Stay lying down for a few extra seconds and take a few deep breaths. Then slowly move into a seated position and sit on the edge of the bed for a moment before standing. This allows your cardiovascular system to adjust gradually. Once you feel steady, place both feet on the floor and rise slowly, using a nearby table or bedpost for support if needed. It's also important to check with your doctor if you frequently feel dizzy when getting up. Some medications, like blood pressure pills, diuretics, or even sleep aids, can make this problem worse. And one more tip: always keep a nightlight or bedside lamp turned on. Good lighting reduces your risk of tripping or losing your balance in the dark. Something as simple as slowing down when you get up could be the key to preventing a serious fall. Habit number 2. Drinking too much water before bed. Hydration is important, but timing matters, especially for seniors. Drinking a large amount of water in the evening can lead to frequent nighttime bathroom trips, which not only disrupt sleep, but also increase the risk of falls. As we age, our kidneys become less efficient at concentrating urine, and our bladder control may weaken. That means even a moderate amount of water at night can trigger multiple wake-ups, and each trip to the bathroom becomes a fall hazard, especially in the dark when your body is still groggy and off balance. This condition is called nocturia, and it's more common than you might think. Beyond the inconvenience, nocturia can cause serious health problems. Interrupted sleep weakens the immune system, raises stress hormones, and has even been linked to cognitive decline and increased risk of heart disease in seniors. Let's look at Leo. At 73, he made it a habit to drink a full glass of water before going to bed, thinking it was good for his health. But he started waking up 2 to 3 times a night to use the bathroom. One night, rushing to the toilet, Leo tripped over a small rug and fractured his hip. That fall led to surgery and months of painful rehab, all from a well-intentioned but poorly timed habit. So what's the solution? Don't stop drinking water altogether. Just adjust the timing. Aim to get most of your daily hydration earlier in the day. Drink regularly from morning through the late afternoon. Then, in the evening, start tapering off. Try to avoid large amounts of liquid 1 to 2 hours before bed. If you feel thirsty at night, take a few small sips rather than a full glass. And steer clear of caffeinated or alcoholic drinks in the evening, as they act as diuretics and can make the problem worse. Finally, make sure the path to the bathroom is clear, well lit, and free of tripping hazards like rugs or clutter. A motion-activated nightlight can also be a game changer for visibility. Staying hydrated is essential, but doing it smartly can help you sleep better and stay safer at night. Habit number 3. Keeping the room too cold at night. Many people enjoy sleeping in a cool environment, but for seniors, a bedroom that's too cold can quietly increase health risks. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at regulating internal temperature, which means that exposure to even mildly chilly conditions at night can lead to serious complications. One of the most concerning effects is vasoconstriction, when your blood vessels narrow in response to cold to conserve body heat. For older adults, especially those with heart conditions or poor circulation, this can place extra strain on the heart. Cold environments at night have been linked to higher risks of irregular heartbeat, elevated blood pressure, and even heart attacks during sleep. There's also the issue of thickened blood. Cold temperatures can slightly increase blood viscosity, which may raise the chance of blood clots, potentially leading to stroke or deep vein thrombosis, especially in those who are already at risk. Let's not forget about the immune system. Prolonged exposure to cold at night can lower your body's natural defenses, making it easier for infections like the flu or pneumonia to take hold, both of which can be far more dangerous in seniors. Take Jack, for instance. At 77, he liked to sleep in a cold room and often turned his thermostat way down before bed. Over time, he started waking up with stiff joints, mild headaches, and shortness of breath, signs that his heart and respiratory system were under strain. After a scare involving chest discomfort on a particularly cold night, his doctor advised him to keep his room at a warmer, stable temperature and use extra blankets or thermal sleepwear instead of relying on cold air to fall asleep. So, what's the ideal setup? Experts recommend keeping your bedroom at a comfortable 68 to 72 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 to 22 degrees Celsius. Rather than cranking up the heat or freezing out the room, focus on maintaining a stable, moderate temperature. Layer with warm blankets, wear socks or thermal pajamas, and if you struggle with cold feet or poor circulation, consider using a heating pad or warm water bottle near your feet at night. Also, cold air is often dry, which can lead to dry nasal passages and increase the risk of respiratory infections. A humidifier can help keep the air moist and protect your airways while you sleep. A few small changes to your nighttime environment can go a long way toward protecting your heart, immune system, and overall sleep quality. Habit number 4. Ignoring chest discomfort or shortness of breath at night. This is one of the most dangerous mistakes seniors can make. Brushing off mild chest pressure, tightness, or trouble breathing as just indigestion or something that will go away by morning. The truth is, many serious health emergencies like heart attacks or strokes start with subtle warning signs, especially in older adults. and nighttime is when the body is most vulnerable. That's because blood pressure and heart rhythms shift during sleep, which can put added strain on an aging cardiovascular system. Contrary to popular belief, a heart attack doesn't always feel like dramatic, crushing pain. In seniors, it can present as a mild pressure, a burning sensation, or a feeling that mimics acid reflux. Shortness of breath, especially when lying down or waking up gasping for air, can signal fluid buildup in the lungs, a red flag for heart failure or poor circulation. Take Edward, for example. At 74, he occasionally felt chest pressure at night, but it was never intense. One night, he woke up slightly breathless, but thought it was just something he ate. He drank water and went back to bed. The next morning, he collapsed getting out of bed. Later, doctors confirmed he had experienced a mild heart attack during the night, and because he didn't seek help, his heart had already suffered significant damage. This is why any unusual chest discomfort or breathing difficulty at night should never be ignored, even if it's not sharp or intense. Listen to your body. If you experience chest tightness, shortness of breath, cold sweats, nausea, dizziness, or pain spreading to the neck, back, or arms, call for help immediately. Remember, the worst thing you can do is wait until morning. Time is critical in treating heart-related events. Getting help quickly can mean the difference between a full recovery and a life-threatening situation. If you're unsure whether your symptoms are serious, it's always better to be safe than sorry. And if you've been having repeated minor episodes of chest discomfort or breathlessness, talk to your doctor about it, even if they seem manageable. Your body gives warning signs for a reason. Paying attention at night could save your life. Habit number 5. Going to bed right after a heavy meal. While it might seem harmless or even comforting to enjoy a big dinner before bedtime, for seniors, this habit can cause a cascade of health issues during the night. One of the most common and immediate concerns is acid reflux. When you lie down on a full stomach, stomach acid can more easily flow back into the esophagus, causing heartburn, coughing, and disrupted sleep. Over time, this repeated acid exposure can lead to more serious problems like ulcers, esophageal inflammation, or even cancer. But it doesn't stop there. Heavy meals also divert blood flow to the stomach, which places extra stress on the heart, especially in seniors with existing cardiovascular conditions. This can cause symptoms like lightheadedness, fatigue, or irregular heartbeats. In some cases, it could even contribute to heart failure if left unchecked over time. Another danger is silent aspiration, when food or stomach acid enters the airways instead of going down the digestive tract. Seniors are more prone to this due to weakened swallowing reflexes, and when it happens while lying down, it can lead to chronic coughing, lung infections, or even aspiration pneumonia, a potentially life-threatening condition. Let's talk about Tom. At 73, he often ate dinner late and went straight to bed. One night, after a particularly heavy meal, he woke up coughing and feeling short of breath. His doctor later discovered that stomach acid had reached his lungs during sleep, leading to weeks of discomfort and a respiratory infection that could have been avoided with a few simple habit changes. So, what can you do? Try to finish your last major meal at least 2 to 3 hours before bed. If you're hungry closer to bedtime, choose a light, easy-to-digest snack. Something like a banana, a small serving of yogurt, or a few almonds. Elevate your head slightly, using an extra pillow or an adjustable bed to help keep stomach acid where it belongs. Avoid heavy, spicy, or greasy foods late at night, as these can worsen reflux and slow digestion. Making this one change to your evening routine can significantly improve sleep quality, digestive health, and heart safety, especially after age 70. Now that we've explored all 5 nighttime habits that seniors should avoid, let's take a moment to reflect. Each of these habits, whether it's getting up too quickly, drinking too much water before bed, sleeping in a cold room, ignoring chest discomfort, or lying down right after a heavy meal, may seem harmless on their own. But over time, they can quietly increase the risk of falls, heart complications, poor sleep, and even life-threatening emergencies. The good news? These dangers are preventable. Making small, thoughtful changes to your nighttime routine can have a huge impact on your health. By simply allowing your body time to adjust before standing, hydrating earlier in the day, keeping your room comfortably warm, listening to subtle warning signs, and spacing out your meals from bedtime, you can protect your body and enjoy safer, more restful nights. Because after 70, it's not just about living longer, it's about living stronger, safer, and more independently. Which of these 5 habits surprised you the most? Have you ever experienced dizziness at night, trouble sleeping after eating, or shortness of breath that you brushed off? If so, you're not alone, and your story could help someone else make a life-saving change. Leave a comment below and share one thing you've learned today, or one habit you plan to adjust in your own routine. Your voice matters, and we read every comment. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our future videos on senior health, safety, and wellness. Your support helps us continue creating meaningful content that informs and empowers people just like you. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you in the next video.